I just shook the Prime Minister's hand. Incredible. Alright, we are in Penang at the moment. Got a very, very funny story, and this is how we met the Prime Minister of Malaysia. So, we went to our Chinese New Year open house in Penang, first ever, and my gosh, the food, the dances, the people, my gosh, the food was the best bit. It was incredible. So many different bits of food, but that's not the best and funny story of it all. The funny part is when we arrived, there was a crowd gathering as we got there, and there was a little dance happening. We've never been to anything like this in Malaysia, very excited. And these kind of police started turning up, and we were like, I wonder what's going on here. And we were like, must be the Minister of Penang turning up. And there was a lot of police, it was an escort, and the crowd started to kind of surge forward as this car pulled in, coming through, and suddenly there was kind of a line of police. And then a guy looked around to me and said, the Prime Minister? It's the Prime Minister. And I said, the Prime Minister of Malaysia's here. So, if you know me, right, I've always had a bit of a kind of following for Malaysian politics. You know, we were here during the MCO and the kind of first wave of COVID, and I was the one that said that we need to borrow Dr. Noor Hisham, who still is a legend today in my books. You know, he did a fantastic job dealing with COVID, but Mr. Anwar Ibrahim, you know, he as a Prime Minister, his policies, I've seen him come into power, and his policies are really kind of putting the people first. He kind of said that, you know, what he wants to do is not leave a legacy of skyscrapers behind. He actually wants to leave a legacy of helping people and putting people first, ensuring that, you know, we're not focusing on the big businesses, but the little people and the little businesses, helping people and making sure that they are surviving in Malaysia. He wants to build a better Malaysia. So I've always kind of had this kind of interest in him, and I think as a politician, he's probably a very interesting politician and a potential to be a very, very good Prime Minister. So when the crowd surged forward, I realised that, you know, I could try and take a video, but there were so many people, and it's their country and everyone's here, so I just thought I'll stay back. I would like a chance to try and meet him, but I think we'll leave it. And anyway, we went and enjoyed the Chinese open house, and then towards the end, he was leaving, and that's when the crowds kind of gathered again, and there was the opportunity to kind of stand in this pathway where he was walking through to kind of say hello, and I thought I'm going to go and take a quick snap of him for the video. And in fact, actually, I thought, here's my chance to say hello. And I realised that people were putting their hands out, and I thought, this is it. I'm going to put my hand out. I'm going to shake his hand and say something clever. And, you know, he's going to say to me, oh, British, you know, where are you from? And I'll say, you know, Daddy, England. And they'll say, oh, wow, the British, bagus. You know, that's kind of what I had in my head. And so I thought I'll put my hand out and see if, you know, shake his hand and say something clever. I thought, this is me representing Britain, meeting the Prime Minister of Malaysia. Here we go. Before I even put my hand out, I'm in that crowd, and I realise I don't even know what to actually say. And I realised that, do you call someone, like a Prime Minister, do you call them, you know, by their first name? I was going to say, you know, Anwar, you know, and realise that maybe that's not what you say. You know, do I call him Prime Minister? And then I was like, maybe that's disrespectful to speak in English. In fact, let's go with Ibrahim. And I was like, but am I even pronouncing that right? And so I thought, I don't even know what to actually say. And so I'm panicking because this moment is about to come by, and you know, I'm trying to go through my mail, and before you know it, he's coming through, and I thought, right, here's my opportunity, I'll stick my hand out. It's just, you know, just not sure how he'll react, and obviously there are so many people around me, so I need to be very careful with what I say and how I address him. As he came forward,
oh, no, you can shake hands.
My opportunity, I stuck my hand out. He sees me and he puts his hand out and we shake hands, and all I could say is Terima Kasih. Terima bloody Kasih is all I said. I just thought, my lord. And then he shook my hand and moved on, and I thought, that was your opportunity to say something clever. You know, say something. You know, in that split second about his policies or what he's doing. You respect him. And all I could say to him was Terima kasih. I mean, I fully bottled it and panicked. I just shook the Prime Minister's hand. Incredible. I just, you're around these people, you're not really sure how to address them. Do you want to annoy the people around you? Will they think you're disrespectful for doing it? You have to be so careful. And obviously, I panicked fully, and I can safely say I met the Prime Minister. But did I leave a good impression on him on behalf of the British people? Probably not. I looked it up after, and I probably could have said Datuk Seri, Datuk Seri Anwar, something a bit more clever, or Selamat Berkelan, nice to meet you. I don't know. Everyone is over the moon to see the Prime Minister. Incredible. Yeah, what a moment that was. Let me tell you, there are people that are really super keen to shake the Prime Minister's hand, to say hello and say a couple of words to him. In England, let me tell you, if that was Rishi Sunak, our current Prime Minister, people wouldn't blink an eye. People aren't really that caring of the Prime Minister, but here it's different. It's incredible. But I'm really proud to say that I've met Anwar Ibrahim, the Prime Minister of Malaysia, and yeah, what a day that was here in Penang. That Chinese open house, incredible. I'm gonna, Julia's trying to get run over. We're gonna do a video of that after, but that is how I met the Prime Minister of Malaysia and absolutely panicked and absolutely bottled it when I needed to speak up and say hello. What an experience and what a day, and that was kind of the icing on the cake for that Chinese New Year open house. It was incredible. We're going to do a video on that, but yeah, what an experience that was.